Well, that's a gross way to start a video. Okay, well, good morning. I've literally woken up, checked my voicemails, had some crappy ones, and I decided to do this for you guys. It's 10:24 a.m. on June 16th, 2012. This is early for me. I know, I'm a mom, and this is early. Well, okay, so I woke up to a voicemail from a girl that I know, talking for somebody that hates me right now, and I introduced those two people. My friend was telling me that I need to stop being jealous of my other friend, and she never really said why I need to stop being jealous. She said it was over some mundane shit. Now, if you guys knew the backstory, you'd just be just as confused as everybody else is. It's a bunch of baloney, it's a bunch of drama, it doesn't even need to be happening. But this video is, to go off why that I should not be jealous, and why I'm not jealous of anybody. Because I'm proud of where I am in my life, I'm happy with who I am, I'm happy with how my child's turned out. I have a 2-year-old that says please and thank you all the time, okay? I must be doing something right. So I made this partial list of a few things that why I'm not jealous of your life, besides the fact that it would never happen. From the top, we're gonna start with my childhood, I guess. My parents were together the entire time. They were both working the whole time, military background. I've never lived in an apartment my whole life. I lived in this exact house. The room's being remodeled because it was set on fire by my little brother a long time ago. They never got around to it. So I'm taking this room just for the fact that I want my own room. I don't care if it's undone. This was a stable house. I never really had to really worry about anything. I was raised properly, which was kind of a cool thing to have. My parents taught me right from wrong. They spent as much time with me as they could. They went to my sporting events because I played volleyball, basketball, baseball. I was chubby the whole time. Don't get me wrong. Trust me, I was that fat kid. I was the fat kid. I met friends in kindergarten that I had all throughout middle school and high school, and I still actually am friends with a few of them today. A couple of them live down the street. Whenever I moved in my teen years, whenever I moved to Colorado, my parents were 110% supportive. When I went to North Carolina, my parents were right there behind me, and they're still down to help me move, even with my daughter. So that's even cool, but they kind of love my kids, so they don't want me to go anywhere. I've had stable relationships. Yeah, I've had some crackpots in there. But who doesn't have a few crazies in there? Like, I've had 2 relationships that each lasted at least a year. One was close to 11 months, but, you know, whatever. And then I had one with the father of my child, and that one was 3.5 years. We were going to get married this year, at the end of July, but things ended up going sour in January, and he ended up leaving for good as of 3 weeks ago. He actually moved out. He was living with me, just, you know, supportive of the child and stuff, but we just weren't getting along, and shit happens. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I did go through a down part where I was really, really big. I guess you can be jealous that you were never 220 pounds, I guess, people. Don't ever let yourself get that far. It's a miserable point to be at. The way that I got here wasn't preferred by weight loss professionals, I suppose, but I never did drugs. I never took a diet pill. I never really did any diet supplement other than pounds lost. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those shot things, but I would do that, and they actually made me feel better. And I did this after I lost a bunch of weight, so it probably helped me lose about 10 pounds over the course of like a month and a half, something like that. But I was really active too. I did a lot of running and walking. I live in the country, so I'm pretty active. I walk all the time. I have a 2-acre lot to live on, so I was never into hard drugs either to lose weight, like some people, which obviously puts that myth that doing hard drugs helps you lose weight, because from what I can see, it didn't really work. I've actually never done hard drugs. I've experimented one time, but I was sick at the time, and it was a horrible experience because I was sick and I shouldn't have done it. That was dumb. I just started writing down that I have morals, self-control, and self-respect, meaning that I'm not going to do anything to impress anybody. Like, besides the YouTube video, because you're all falling in love with me right now. Like, that's already a given. I'm just that fucking awesome. It's more like, if a guy calls me pretty, I'm not going to sleep with him. If a guy gives me all of his attention at a party, I'm not going to sleep with him. If one of my friends comes to me saying a whole bunch of shit, I'm not going to call that person up telling them that they're a horrible person, that they're jealous, that they need to get over whatever mundane shit is going on. I'm not going to get involved in somebody else's personal business because it's none of my business. If you have fucking drama, grow the fuck up and deal with your drama. I guess 2 more things that I have on my list. Whenever I've had an actual home, I stayed there. I actually helped live there. I supported whoever helped me because, you know, they support me, I support them. Whenever I lived in Colorado, I had a job to pay for my apartment with my roommate. When I lived in North Carolina, I had a job to help my boyfriend's parents with bills and groceries. And the last one on my list is, I've kept my child. I've been a single mom for a while. I have raised my child this whole time. Like, yeah, her dad's been there. He's been supportive. He's paid for everything that she needs, but I've been there every day, day in, day out. Puke, poop, you name it. I've worn it. And I've managed to keep my child safe and alive so far. And she's fucking healthy as shit. She's smart as shit. And I've done it all on my own. I don't see why it's so hard for people. I really don't see why it's so hard to take responsibility. Yeah, this is kind of like a straight up point at you. And I hope it hits home, because this is some bullshit and it needs to stop. I'm always gonna love you and I'm always gonna care about you, but this is some fucking bullshit. Jesus fucking Christ, kid. Go ahead and beat me up, like you keep telling everybody you're going to. I'll just make a video about that too.